Connections. Cause we live. What's up, y'all? Uncomfortable crew. We back at it for another one. I hope y'all ready for this one. Brought to you by Rich Strike. What's up, everybody? Tap in, tap in. Hop on, hop on. Sipping with tea. What's up, homie? What it do? What it do? What it do? How you doing? How you living? How's your mental? Tap cuz in here. Go.
What up, though, cuzzo?
You? What's the deal, man?
Nothing much, dog. How you feeling?
Man, I'm alright. I'm alright. We had a hell of a day today. So it's one of them nights. I say that. You just gotta just drink you a beer and just start over again the next day, man.
Yeah, I already know how I go, man.
Damn, damn. How about you, bro? How's your day?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just got done, finishing up with Ramadan and whatnot, and it's been crazy, but it helped me out a lot more than what I thought it would. So I'm just about to apply that, like I said in my video, to everyday life and keep it moving.
But he said, "What? You look tired, low." Oh no, that's off that. That's off that smoke.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm in here goofy in the mud right now. But
Oh, everybody that's tapping in, listen, we Nay, our co-host, is not gonna be here today.
She off tonight.
Yeah, she off tonight. So we just gonna have more time for more people to come on and tap in, say their piece, and keep the show rolling. But yeah, we got a few people up in here. So look, we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're not gonna go right into the topic, but we can speak on this though.
Get the show rolling.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you are looking for somebody, like let's say you already got your baby daddy and all of that crap, but you about to have somebody else come into that and take that spot, to be there as the man of the house. You got to choose wisely and make sure right off the bat, I don't care how long y'all known each other, how long y'all been kicking it, make sure y'all had that talk about parenting skills. Y'all got to have that talk, because if y'all don't, it's going to be a lot of confusion and frustration going on, because you two have two different totally parenting styles. So make sure y'all have those talks about what y'all think is doable and what's not. Oh, you don't like this? Okay, cool. I don't like that, but somewhere y'all meet in the middle, because if that don't happen, y'all headed down a dirty road.
Right.
It's gonna be dead end eventually. So unless you want that to happen, have those talks. What was you about to say, cuz?
No, I was just saying, I was just agreeing with you on that one. That's a good touch on that. Like,
Yeah, man. Have those talks, man, because
dudes should look out what women they choosing with kids as well,
absolutely. Absolutely.
Be careful of the situation you're gonna get into being involved. You don't know, what that situation of that co-parentship with that baby daddy and her, you don't know what that dynamic is like. It could have been volatile back in the day, it could have been, just a sexual thing still, or still have some sort of secret fear. You gotta pay attention to everything.
Absolutely.
Draw that line. If you don't draw that line, then you're gonna get played.
I agree. I totally agree, man, because communication is heavy, but it ain't even just about communication, it's about comprehension. It can't just be talking and nobody paying attention to what's really being said. Like, y'all gotta be on the same page when it come down to kids. And that's for the parents that are still together. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else stepped in or nothing like that. Y'all got to do the same thing. Y'all got to follow the same rules. Otherwise, Y'all gonna be on a sinking ship. So
Mm-hmm.
choose wisely, fellas. Please. You can't just be going in everybody raw. Everybody's not worthy. You know what I'm saying?
See,
Thank you.
you
Y'all,
know what, and that all stems from that last topic we talked about just when it comes to dating and all of that, and
yeah,
it stem from all of that. Not being careful. Everybody just thinking, oh shit, she got that fat ass. I need it.
yeah. Because that fat ass gonna come with a lot of problems, buddy. Problems that you probably won't be able to afford.
Problems, problems
You
we
know?
have. All
Hey,
of one night. You know what I'm saying? Just one night of fun, or a couple nights, or a week.
yeah. That little time I was in jail, dog, it was a lot of dudes in there for child support. You know? So
Wow.
that's not what you want. That's not what you want, fellas. But like I was saying, have those talks about parents because if y'all don't have those talks, y'all gonna be bumping heads a lot. And when y'all bump heads about the parents and stuff, y'all relationship gonna be dead. Trust me, because I went through it. You know what I'm saying? You went through it.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing certain things myself. So, ladies, if you was with your baby daddy at one point, y'all broke up, whatever the case was, and then you moved on with somebody else immediately, especially if he has kids as well, have that talk before anybody get to meeting kids and all of that crap, or y'all get to moving in together. No, okay, that's the best thing I could tell y'all.
And just off rip, you got to make sure, first of all, you got to take it slow when you introducing your kids to your new boyfriend or girlfriend. Like, you got to really make sure that you're comfortable with them meeting them. And you got to make sure that those kids are ready to see you in that way. Some kids may be used to seeing you with their father or their mother for so long, and that other person come along and feel a certain way. You gotta kind of ease that situation in. And then I think out of courtesy, what you could do also, this is just a recommendation. It ain't required, but it would be respectful if you you introduced that significant other to that other parent, and like, hey, look, this is who I'm moving on with. This is who's gonna be around our kids. This is who I'm serious with. Woo, doo, doo, woo. So that person that all right, this is who I am. I'm their father or I'm their mother, and y'all get into some sort of understanding on how the kids are being raised and what's required at X, Y, and Z, so they can follow suit. That person who's coming in now, they can follow suit on that plan. It's all a respect thing, and I think a lot of things could be resolved if people maneuver and when about it that way.
Yeah, most definitely. All right, we got some people in here. We gonna get to this topic. Step
Mm-hmm.
parents that's overstepping their boundaries.
Woo.
How do y'all handle that? What situation have you been in personally that you witnessed that, or you been through it yourself? We gonna get y'all to come on and speak. Just let us get it off first, and then we gonna get y'all in here for 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Yeah, man. What my main pet peeve is that parents, especially when you come together and you have, an understanding of what's being, what's going on and what the dynamics are, between the two parties and situations. And then, you kind of go against that code. And what I don't like when I've seen things where, a step parent will be trying to check the bio parent or bio parents about their kids and how they maneuver and telling them what they should do and this and that and the third, or a situation where a person would question why you doing whatever that you're doing for your child. It's like, it's because it's my child, so I can do whatever the I want. And so sometimes, some cases, man, some cases, man, just that parents just gotta fall back and understand what their role is. It's not saying that you're secondary, never secondary, especially if you're very invested. Like, the kid, the bare bonus mom, there she's very invested into them. So, she helps out and she steps in to do things that help out, my wife and, their father. So it all works out. But once it gets to that moment where you step outside of, your boundaries, then it's like, hold on, you gotta fall back a little bit and understand
Right.
who am I? Like I am their parent. So yeah, some cases, man, step parents can be very, very beneficial, to a situation, especially when they're on board and they're easy to work with, easy to get along with. Communication is good, everything's flowing. But once something happens, it can't go to, you like you laying the law down as if they're your kids. Fuck no, not at all.
Yeah, I ain't with that either. I really, I've had my fair share of experiences with being a stepfather myself, and you know, my wife being a step parent. I've had a step parent, so I got a few stories. I'm gonna start off with the experience I had growing up with the step parent.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Dude, he was wet. He First of all, my mom picked a guy to be with that wasn't even in his own kid's life, and she found out later on. So, how did you pick a dude that didn't have a relationship with his own kids and expecting him to do right by me?
But you.
So it didn't really make any sense. So when I found that out, I just was looking at her like, yo, there's no way he could have been that good.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way he's that good. Like, I just didn't get it. However, when it came down to having like issues with my mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
He would jump in when it wasn't really time for him to jump in. You know, I wasn't the type of person that cuss my mom out and slap her up or nothing like that. So I didn't understand him stepping in at this particular time. So my mom had this thing where if I didn't get some homework, I used to lie about getting homework. All kids do.
Yeah, shit, we both did.
Yeah. Okay, well, here's the thing. I was legit not getting homework from the school that I was in. I went to Inkster High. That education wasn't everything. So a lot of times that I said I wasn't getting homework, I really wasn't getting homework. She didn't believe me because I used to lie. I get cool. However, she tried to steal, she not steal, she tried to take away the one thing that I gave a fuck about the most. My music, my CDs. She tried to punish me before she actually saw my report card, cuz I
Hey,
wasn't having it. So I'm like, yo, nah, man, you ain't even see my report card. But I know it's gonna look like shit because you ain't did this and you ain't got no homework. And I'm like, nah, man, I'm not giving up my CDs. Here come this nigga. Trying to run up, snatch me up and all kind of shit. I'm like, dog, get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. What is you doing here, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't even your fight. Let me handle this shit with my mom. Get the fuck out of my face. After that, I dipped. You know what I'm saying? I dipped for a minute, went to the homie's house for a couple days, skipped school, all of that. But when I came back, it was weird. It was like, oh, you know what? You getting kicked out when you 18. Oh, okay. No problem. But I noticed ever since then with stuff that I was supposed to be doing, getting to, he was blocking it. Like driver's training, for instance. I'm trying to get into that. I'm like, Mom, I need to, you need to come on the road with me so we can get it going.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every day, every time I try to get on her head about it so I can get my L's and be out here riding, here he was blocking it. Oh, I can't because Rick and then did. And so one day I stole the fucking car, bro. I stole the car. I did not care. I'm like, I'm about to get my driver's training in one way or the other. Skirt all around the hood.
Fuck it.
Yeah. I made sure
Fuck
all right. I made sure
all
all
the
the
fooling with it.
I made sure all the right girls see me driving and everything. Though I did not care. I'm like, man, I need some wheels. So just off of that alone, that little tidbit, I knew like, okay, you can't choose just anybody to be around your kid, and on top of that, be a proper step parent. If you ain't even had no practice with your own kids, you know what I'm saying? So I knew off of that, it wasn't gonna be a good look, and I knew from that example and my own father, I knew exactly what I wasn't about to be on.
Yeah.
You know.
Not at all. I definitely won't be on that shit. That's some straight sucker shit. And
Yeah,
I feel I was in the gym, so I definitely get it. I understand. Like that shit was all the way weak, man.
yeah. So
Well,
I'm just like, damn, like I saw my mom literally transform into another person for this dude. And it wasn't for the better. It was for the worse.
it
It's like
was definitely worse,
we
man.
had mind control like crazy over my moms. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, oh man, this ain't the way. This ain't the way. And I knew if I ever became a step parent, I wasn't gonna be on that tip at
My
all.
mom's never remarried. After my pops, it was a wrap. Like she vowed to never get married again, and that was her second marriage. So she was like, "Nah, I'm good on that." Like I did that twice, and here I am. And the guy after, my father, his name Richard. You remember Richard
Yeah,
Brown?
Mr. Brown.
Yeah, dog. Richard was cool. They dated for a while, but they wasn't married. But
Right,
he was sort of a father figure, if you will. And saying a lot of jewels I got from him. Like even though he was a silly ass nigga, he gave me some good jewels and some good tips, and helped me along the way and
right,
did things that my dad, wasn't doing. So in a sense, if you will, that's a good, thing of step parenting on the flip side. Like he was that good balance because my mom was tripping.
right,
But he was that good balance. But yeah, for your situation, man, yeah, I saw that. I saw all of that shit. And that shit
right.
was and shit no child go through no shit like that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, step parents just overstepping their boundaries, just doing too much. Like where you come from, bro.
Yeah, that wasn't even a situation for you to jump in.
Yeah.
Like, take me for instance, with my girl. Like, if something going wrong between her and Shahina, I'm there for that balance. You feel me? Like,
Mm-hmm.
look, what's going on, y'all? You did what? Okay, baby, you mad at what? All right, listen, how about y'all do this? You know what I'm saying? I'm the problem solver. That's what you're supposed to be there for, not adding on to it. You know, if I catch Shahina going off on Naya, I'm not about to jump in and be like, yeah, what the hell wrong with you? I'm not adding on to the anger. Shahina angry enough for both of us.
Already handled that part.
Exactly. That's not the way to go. I'm not saying everything gonna go smoothly or you got to be Mr. Cool all the time or Mrs. Cool. But what I'm saying is bring some type of balance. Don't let it be chaotic in your household.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I really feel like that's how things should be getting handled when the mom, a daughter, or a mother and the son, whatever the case may be, and the step parent is in the household, bring down whatever chaos is going on. You know what I'm saying? Unless somebody just did something outright, just ridiculous, somebody stabbed somebody, it's not worth all of that anger.
Nah, it's not.
You messed up some money. You blew some money on the credit card. Okay, I'm going in on you. All right. You messed up in school. I'm gonna go in on you a little bit, but not like that because at the end of the day, it's your future. You want to be out here looking stupid?
You
Work
got
it.
kids accountable. It's all on them.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just different. It's just different ways to be a good step parent and not overstep. Now I'm gonna tell you a situation where I have overstepped my boundaries to an extent. One day, um, they FaceTiming each other, and I hear what's going on, and like, but God bless my wife. She's a great parent, but she has this thing where she can go too hard too soon. And I was explaining to her like, hey, look, baby, while she at her dad's house, relax. You ain't got to do all of that. But see, where I messed up at, I did it when she was right there like she FaceTiming her right then and there. So I said it and I was like kind of irritated because I was irritated because I had already told her before, hey, stop doing that. You can't control what goes on at her dad's house. You can control what goes on in your house when she's here.
Right.
But I did it in a messed up way though, because I was irritated because I'm like, yo, we just had this conversation. Why you ain't listening to me? So I kind of snapped and I did it wrong. I did it while she was on the phone and all of that, and she got mad at me, rightfully so, because she said that could have waited till I got off the phone, and it could have. But at that point, I'm just like, yo, you about to make the situation worse by being combative with her, and you know she don't care when she over there. So I had good intentions.
Wouldn't even say that was you. I wouldn't say that was you overstepping your boundaries. I mean, that was you pretty much just informing your wife, you know, to move a little differently. That's all.
Well, yeah, but the reason why I feel like I overstepped is because of my approach.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
My approach. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I overstepped.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but
Your tone wasn't appropriate.
no, my tone was not appropriate at all.
Got you. All right. And then, well, that well, saying it that then, all right. If you put it that way, then yeah. But the context and everything said, the matter at hand, I don't think that was wrong. I don't think he was kind of overstepping it. I think like you was just telling him like, nah, you need to, you know, maneuver this way, maneuver a little differently.
right.
You know, you telling her, you know what, nah, you don't need to be doing that for your daughter. You need to be doing this. And it's something that honestly, why?
Yeah, exactly. So that was my thing. Like, but after that incident, she understood.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm about to chill. It took a few more tries, but my approach at that point was different. I waited for her to get off the phone. Hey, baby, listen, I know what your angle is with her, but that's not gonna work right now, especially while you got another parent who's on a different level than you. Y'all not on the same page yet. Until y'all get on the same page, this is what you gonna get. You feel me? So just remember, stay focused on what you can control when you can control it, not when it's out of your control.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I be wanting to overstep my boundaries sometimes. Cause it be some things that'll go on in the house, and I be like, yo, what the fuck? And it be something that's repetitive, and I be like, yo, hell no. And you know how I am. I'm very short tempered,
Yeah,
and I don't mind jacking up kids, especially back when
yeah,
I disciplined LJ in that manner. You know, I didn't mind jacking them up and letting them know, like, look, man, ain't none of that bullshit going on whoop de whoop. And sometimes I'll be wanting to overstep my boundaries and parent like how I would normally want a parent to get them kids' attention, because some kids don't listen and you got to keep saying shit over and over and over. That shit get tiresome, man. It gets irritating to even hear. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? When you get, you know, you hearing your wife just going at the kid on the same shit every single time, you be like, oh my God, this is doing it again. Like, here we go. Oh shit. Whoopie whoop. So it'd be for me, I'd be like, dog, if you don't just but it'd be like, you know what? I can't do that because that's not how they parent their children. You know what I'm saying? So I take that into consideration as a step parent, like, nope, I can't do that. But if I was to ever get that green light, good night. Jacking y'all up.
We're gonna get to some of these comments real quick. Sip with T said, I thought begging, hold on, my fault, y'all. I thought begging a good step parent was good, but when y'all over some parents are childish. Oh, when y'all over some parents are childish and make their kids cut ties too. That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true. They will do that, and unfortunately, that's the sad thing. If that step parent was good to your child, why would you want to take the good influence out of the picture?
Because that and they don't want them to, you know, just be around their kid.
Yeah. But at the same time, if let's say the dad is missing or the mom is missing or just not good for the kid, why would you take that other person? What, just because y'all didn't work out don't mean that kid can't see him or her, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't mean that. But see, that's where people got to take their emotions out of the situation and think about what's best for the kid. And that's a lot of parents and step parents' problem. People don't know how to separate the two.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's unfortunate, but I don't see the point. Like me and Sheena just had this talk recently. I just talked to her and I said, listen, if me and you, God forbid, we ever cut ties with each other, I wouldn't have a problem still seeing a 9. I'm pretty sure, given our circumstances, well, whatever we cut ties for, a 9 wouldn't mind seeing me either. You feel me?
No, because she
So
go all those good times and good moments and everything that you did for her and how you were and how you handle her. She gonna remember that. I mean,
right, right,
she old enough to remember that stuff now, especially. Oh, she was like, oh shit, he was good to me. He
right,
did everything for me. He took me this place, took me here, took me to the Divide, took me to Sky Zone, took me to the arcade, did all that. So
right.
kids remember. Kids remember, and that's why I try to give, my bonus children, I try to give them good moments, good times, something for them to remember. Do
Absolutely.
things, with them that they do, being goofy and silly and, eating junk. No, we ain't supposed to be eating it, but whatever. Just, having that good times and good moments so they can remember back in the day, like, oh yeah, Batman was cool. Batman did this. Batman did that. He loved us. He took care of us. He protected us. That's
Right.
what, man. These are my kids.
Absolutely. And that's what I look for. That's what I be looking for when it come to mines, because they know I'm, no matter what, I'm gonna be there and they gonna have a good time. Even
Yeah.
if we just sitting at the crib, it's gonna be interesting at the crib.
Yeah.
So, and it's not even just good times to remember. Like, I'm pretty sure the oldest, she's gonna remember the times where her mom might have been going a little too hard, and I stepped in and kind of was like, "Hey, baby, look, did you take a look at it from this angle?
Mm-hmm.
Calm down a little bit, loosen up them reins, things get better." You know.
Yeah.
So I really believe that if people had those talks in the beginning, like we was talking about, that would help out a lot,
Yeah.
because everybody has different parenting styles. Like, for instance, my wife wasn't letting her daughter go hang out and stuff like that at first, like with her friends or whatnot. And I was like, baby, you do know that eventually, if she doesn't socialize with her friends outside of school, she gonna act up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you think her attitude might be bad now. What do you think is gonna happen if she can't be free to some extent?
She gonna
So
go.
I'm like, you gotta relax, baby, and loosen up and let her go hang out. So now, because of me, because of my input, she goes skating every Friday, or at least every other Friday.
That's what's up.
You feel me? Like, all her friends be there. We let her stay there. We don't be there. She go do her thing, and let that be it.
Let her be free. Let her be social. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I think it's necessary. Let's get to some more of these comments. Uh Reese said, also, if that parent has raised an amazing kid, that's the sage gender. Why wouldn't she try again the same way? Yeah, that's real.
That's real.
I get that. I totally get that. Let's see who else was in here. Sit with T said, people with no kids say shit to me. What? Oh, don't say shit to me, my bad.
I totally agree. Don't say shit. You ain't got no
My
fucking
kids.
kids. You don't know what it is.
Yeah,
Like, even though you might have been around children until you had your own, don't say shit.
yeah.
I don't hear shit.
Yeah, if you didn't have your own, if you ain't had kids, or
And
you ain't help, if you have never assist in raising kids, shut up. This conversation ain't for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and you was already training to be dads way before we was dads.
right, we were
Raising
kids being
girls.
honestly, because me and shit, we was watching, my nieces, watching them grow up as we growing up too, and then with Sadie and Sierra and Sloan and shit, the various of others. I done babysit Fresh Shot,
Right, right.
all of them. So yeah, Milan, all of them. So yeah, like we was already in that process of being trained on how to be parents. And it was in the nurturing sort of spectrum because we was kids and also we was raised by mothers, so that's all we knew was nurturing type of shit.
Right. Yeah, so we kind of already was already getting prepped to be dads and stepdads way before our time. So we
Mm,
already knew what we was gonna be on once we had our kids of our own.
yeah,
So yeah,
already made As what we was gonna do, how we was gonna be, and what we was gonna name them.
Right, exactly. Okay, so we see right now some people want to tap in. Okay, so listen, ladies and gentlemen, we about to start tapping people in. 2 minutes, please. Don't go over. All right, go ahead, Cuzzo. See who want to get in there.
We're gonna get Reese because she been waiting for a while.
Okay.
The Cuzzo in here.
All right, bet.
So y'all know I can do my shit real fast.
Yes.
2
What's up?
minutes, count me down. So I have been I am a step parent, and I have had a step parent in a marriage. And I must say I did that shit completely wrong with my ex-husband, and I see where I went wrong. And let me tell you people this. If I was good enough to be in this relationship with, and you want me to step in as that child's parent, then there is no my place. Because as their mother, what the fuck is my place? But to protect them, keep their best interests at heart. And if you want anything less than that, then you with the wrong person. Because when I encompass you, I encompass your kids into my world. They are mine now. And I'm going to treat them as such. So what is my place? I'm confused when y'all say that. How do I step out my role of being their mom? Because either you want me as their mom or you don't want me as their mom. You can't have me on a fence and utilize me when you see fit.
Mm-hmm.
If I see you doing something wrong, I have the respect for you to not call that out in front of that child and take you somewhere else and have that conversation. That's grown communication for me. But what I will never do is not say something, because again, that's my child you talking to. Also, when you get with a woman who's already raised kids, especially the gender of the kids that you have wanted them to raise now, you might want to pay attention to them, especially if you can really see those girls or young ladies or young men lives and how they turned out. You might want to listen to us. We ain't just on your side for no reason. I'm not don't put me on the shelf and use me when you want to. If I'm by your side, I'm here for your kids. They mine. They my blood. And I'm going to treat them as such. I'm out.
That's a fact.
No, cuz.
I don't know how to exit, y'all.
Just hit the X on the home. I got you. Don't even worry about it.
Okay, thank you, because I don't see it.
Oh, damn it.
Appreciate you coming on, though, cuz.
No doubt, no doubt.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna X off the whole thing and come back on.
All right, for sure. So, yeah, who else we got that want to tap in?
So we got somebody new.
All right.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. New people. I love new people.
What's up, Tiff?
Hey.
First off, let me start by saying absolutely fucking not.
Absolutely fucking not what?
Listen here. First of all, when it comes to your kids, it's time, baby. That take time. Because guess what? Everybody don't have your child's best interest at heart.
Exactly.
Period. So you're not going to come right in disciplining my child. That's first and foremost. I learned a lot from my sister because she was a step parent before I was.
Mm-hmm.
And I see how, you know what I'm saying, she co-parented with kids that wasn't even hers and plus her own son, right?
Right.
When I say my sister is the best, was the best, no, I'm going to say is. Because to this day, even through broken relationships, those kids remain in her text messages. Those kids remain coming to her house. Whatever those kids need and want, she's still there because it don't have nothing to do with the parent.
Right.
That's a bonus parent.
Mm.
I learned from her. I've been with my boyfriend for 6 years. I'm going to tell you something about these kids, though. Okay? I'm the parent that's like, don't say nothing to my kid. And you better watch the way you say stuff, because I was listening when you said this, the way you say it. It is the way you say stuff to your kid. You know what I'm saying? To somebody else's child.
Right.
And then once I was doing that, I was like, you need to chill on my child. And I feel like you don't like my child. That's just a parent's defense. But guess what? My son was taking that and he was running with that.
Mm.
So once I seen that he was feeding off into what I was doing, I took a step back. It took like 2 years. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You feel me? But
Change.
guess what?
Uh,
It falls in line.
yeah.
It falls in line when you become a bonus parent. I've been with him now for 6 years. And to this day, my kids give him the utmost respect.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I learned from my sister. I ain't never been with nobody with no kids. But once I seen how she co-parented, it was like amazing to me. Because guess what? When you love somebody, and then their kids fall in line with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're gonna treat their kids like you treat their own. Because my stepson, guess what, baby? When you with me, I'm your mama. Call me mama. Okay? Because at this point, I'm responsible for you.
Right.
When your mom is not here, and then it takes the parents to communicate. Because me and his mom, we had to get on that same page. Like when your son is with me, I got his best interest at heart.
That's what's up. We
I don't go on trips if his son not included. That's how deep it is.
That's real.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, absolutely not. To where she was saying, like, you don't step right in and it takes time.
Appreciate you coming on, Tiff.
No doubt, Tiff. Appreciate it.
Yep. Who up next, cuz?
Let me see. Oh no, they dropped off. Yeah, they dropped off. I don't know who it was, but they was on and then they dropped off.
Oh, okay.
Whoever was on there, come back.
Yeah, come on through.
Come here, let me hear something.
But T said she want to come in.
All right.
But shit, man, that's real though. I like what Tiffany was talking about.
Yeah, Tiffany was talking some real shit.
My sister was talking some real stuff.
Real shit.
Yeah.
He was on there spitting.
I was laughing though, but I had to tap in on this topic. I need 30 minutes. I got to explain. No, I had to tap in on this topic because, like my sister said, I have been a part of kids' life from when I first got with my first girlfriend. I was 19 years old. I still deal with her kids, and I don't even know her number. My ex, I was with almost 8 years. I still was in her kids' life. You get what I'm saying? And then it's like my nephews I raised all my life. They my nephews, but still, that's still another parent. You know what I'm saying? Another set of kids. The way I felt about step parent before and now is two different things. Like before, I was like I'm there with the kids, and it's crazy because the second set of parent, the first parent, was good to her kids. You know what I'm saying? Was there for her kids. She had her issues, but she was a good parent.
Right.
The one I was with for 8 years didn't have no parenting skills, and that's where I stepped in at. You know what I mean? So I thought, okay, your baby daddy not doing shit. Okay, I'm with you, so we got to get it done. They still need shoes. They still need socks. They still need motivation. They still need support. You know what I mean? And that went on for 8 years. When we broke up, I didn't deal with her, but I still was in them kids' life. You know what I mean? So when she found somebody, but let's go back to I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to have to be a little to that. That started back when the baby daddy wasn't shit and wasn't taken care of for a whole 8 years. And then it was this and this and that. And then we broke up. It's like, y'all the best of friends. I could have saved my motherfucking money in my pocket. Sorry for my language.
Wow.
No, I'm serious. Instead of being 5 pair of Jordans, they could have had Jumpmans on. And my son could have had another 10 pair of J's. You feel me?
Yeah.
This topic dope, y'all. You get what I'm saying? Like I stepped up and it just really blew me. So now it's like you get married and it's like, oh, you can't follow T on Facebook. You can't, even though I've been there, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though I've been there from day one.
That's petty, bro.
Even though I've been there from day one, I'm not trying to call your wife and tell her you know what I mean?
Right.
Live your life. But these are kids I've been there from damn near 6 and 7. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't do that. You don't take that from a kid because people don't think it matters. You can trade and get with anybody you want to be with. But them kids had an emotional attachment to me. And when you took that away, that this topic is very deep to me, y'all. Like, that is bold.
No, that's why I'm letting you breathe a little bit and let you breathe.
So now it's just about my child. Don't hang your kid off the balcony, but I don't care if it's another parent involved. Let them handle their kids. That's how I feel. I understand how y'all feel about y'all stepkids, but I personally feel like I'm not stepping in between nobody, two other people's parent kids. If I'm in a relationship with you,
because that scarred you. That situation scarred you. So I get that. I totally understand that.
Totally understand that.
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying. You wasn't there as a parent. I was there for that support. I was there to show them, to guide them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not being funny, but they fell apart when we broke up.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's the truth. It's like you didn't, the stuff that you acted like you cared about, you didn't really care about.
Man, I got a homegirl who same situation.
Yep.
Like, I'm like,
Exact same situation. Was in their kid's life for about since she was 20 though. She was just a year older than you, but she was 20 and they was together for about like 10 years. And
right.
raising them kids like really doing shit. And the dad he wasn't calling, wasn't no Christmas, nothing, no car, smoke signal, nothing.
Yeah.
It was didn't end the way yours ended, but it was just
Yeah, it affects some kids, man. If you and any kid life, man, and that's like me. Like, I don't care because my son never really have to need nobody else. But when you in another kid life and y'all break up, man, be you know what I'm saying, be considered a child. Especially if they got love and you know, anybody that's with somebody with a kid and they break up and you can just walk away from that kid. That's how you felt about my kid from day one.
Yep.
It was never genuine. You never loved my kid. You know, I don't care if you broke up. Reach out to my kid. See how he doing. You know what I mean?
Right. I agree with you.
So yeah, thank y'all, man.
It ain't gonna be
on this topic.
Yeah, appreciate you though. But it ain't gotta be every day.
Tapping in, girl.
Yeah, appreciate you tapping in.
All right, baby.
Yeah. I feel what she was saying though, cause like you ain't gotta tap in every day. You know, if God forbid me and Shahina split up, I'm gonna hit up Anaya and I'm gonna check on her because I've been there. You know what I'm saying? Like I've looked out, I've done things, like I've bought things, like I've really been there for real. So what I look like saying, oh, I'm not with your mama, fuck you too. No, because at the end of the day, it won't even be fuck her mama. Cause I at the end of the dog, I bullshit you not. Me and Sheena could break up right now. I'ma still love her. And I'ma still love her daughter as well. So ain't nowhere in the world I'm just gonna be like, all right, we ain't work out, so I'm not about to deal with your daughter. That what? So that means everything that I was doing was fake. Like T was saying, I would never do that. That'll never happen. That'll never happen. Again, I understand to a point I would have to keep my distance because emotions be involved. However, I know that I should be able to hit Anaya phone up, check on her once a week or something like that. I know I should be able to. I know I'll be able to do it, and I should be able to do it.
Especially if she's able to, she's old enough to, she's, going into that middle school, high school stage. That's when you more so start to become independent. So
yeah,
sure, it ain't no problem, and she can always hit you up, text you, hey, Brandon, look, here go my report card. Here go a little doody whoop. Even with all the kids, you know what I'm saying? And why our situations is so unique is because we've been around them since day one. You feel me? Since day one all the way up until now, regardless on what the situations were, we still was around. It may have been some it's a few years or two, but you always been around them. So you always gonna have that connection. It's always gonna be that, you know what I'm saying? And if you could either just say, fuck them, that I don't care about them kids, or we're just that fast, you never cared about them.
Dog, let me tell you something. I was kicking it with this girl that I knew I ain't had no business kicking it with no more. Do you know what kept me around? Her daughter. Her daughter. I could not completely walk away from this girl that I knew I shouldn't have been messing with no more because our time ran out. We was done. But I couldn't stop being around because of that daughter. I got attached to that kid. That kid got attached to me. Dog, I was around her so much, you would have swore she was my kid. Just a lighter version. But she wasn't. But I was around her so much, she looked like she could have been my daughter, bro. No lie. So it's really hard to just walk away from a kid when there's an attachment. The kid is innocent. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's just one of those, it's a delicate situation, and I understand that it it could get rough for some people, especially with all these emotions involved. I totally get it. But as you gradually let time pass, still, if you're a step parent and you broke up, with the mother or the father, whatever, please give some type of leeway for them to still have a connection if that step parent was good to them. Like it's imperative because it will mess those kids up. Like T was saying, it would mess them up completely. I don't want to imagine what it'd be like if I just disappeared one day. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't want that on my brain, honestly. You know. And funny thing is, my homie.
What I was gonna say, man, what's so crazy about this whole step parenting thing? My issues were a situation that I witnessed through my own personal situation where my wife tried to, be that bonus mom to my son, and she's a great bonus mom. Like, this is a great bonus mom to LJ. But because of her parenting style, my co-parent thought that she was overstepping her boundaries and wasn't giving her the respect. Like, whatever you got going on, how you parent your two kids, how you parent your children, don't do mine like that. And it was exactly the way I parent LJ. Like, me and Alex's parenting styles are identical.
Right.
And very aggressive, and we yell, we scream or whatever, but vulgar can be that too as well. But that was something that Caitlin wasn't. She wasn't any of that. And so she was just not appreciating what LJ needed. Like, even though she would yell at LJ, but she would encourage LJ. Like, she would tell LJ, you know what, face your fears. You need to stop, being so scary, doing this and that. My co-parent thought that wasn't appropriate. And I was like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm giving this dude positive enforcement and how to carry themselves. So the moral of what I'm trying to say is for the listeners and the viewers and everybody who go watch, like, if you have, a situation where you are co-parenting and that person that you had a kid with moved on, but they're giving your kid a different style of parenting that you're not agreeable to, you don't like, have that conversation, because my wife didn't get that conversation. Moral of the story. Have that conversation with that, person who's coming in and let them know, woman to woman or man to man, like, hey, look, the way you parent, I know you got, your two kids, and, LJ is now having, two other siblings. Let's kind of like come to a common ground or understanding on how we should, cope, you parent my son moving forward, et cetera, et cetera. Explain your differences. Explain how you don't like X, Y, and Z. Instead of just doing that, you will run off to the course. But, that's another different.
Right.
But at least had that conversation with that other parent, that step parent, that bonus parent that's now in your son or daughter's life to, figure out, iron out the wrinkles and come to understanding, like I say, on how to, move forward in parenting.
I agree. Has there ever been a time though where you felt as though you may have overstepped, or Alex overstepped her or your wife overstepped her boundaries as a step parent?
Nope, because like I said, a lot of her parenting style is just like mine's.
Got you. Okay.
So there's never been a time where she like, well, no, don't do that for LJ. He don't deserve that shit. Cause I would be feeling the same way, and she'll be like, "Yeah, you're right. Like, he don't deserve this and that because he don't do or he hasn't done X, Y, and Z in school, or anything to deserve." See, that's my thing with kids. Like, you have to earn what you want. You can't just get what you want just because you want it.
Right.
Because you want it, don't mean that you're always gonna get it. Not right now. There's a time and place for you to get what you desire. But that's not to say that you're never going to get it. You just have to wait. But no, there was never a time where I felt as though my wife overstepped her boundaries. And for me, I'm very conscious. I'm very a conscious person. That's why I will never overstep my boundaries. Well, I'll say this. There was a time where I might have overstepped my boundaries, but at the same time, it was kind of needed. It was a time with Sophie. She was younger. She was very younger. And, you know, she had this little, she was going through this stage or whatever, you know, toddlers. And she just was like being combative, and I popped her a couple times. Now, I've never seen Alex do it, but I did it because I felt like it was needed, and it was just a reaction.
Right.
I, you know, looked at those kids as my own, and I'm like, you know, all right, it was this reaction. I got to do this. I got to give some sort of reinforcement. And at that moment, I think I probably overstepped my boundaries because they don't discipline their kids that way. But it was at the same time, she understood, Alex, my wife, she understood, like, that was a little bit rough, but at the same time, she needed it.
Right.
So, a lot, and that's why I say our parenting styles are a lot alike.
Okay. Let's get to the comments. Reese said, how is there a bounder with kids that are supposed to be yours? Or a boundary, I guess she meant to say boundary. How's it?
The boundaries is this. The boundaries is this. If the bio parents made a decision or doing some normal routines of things, and you coming in as the bonus parent trying to regulate shit that's already been going on, that's already been happening, you overstepping your motherfucking boundaries, and you gotta fall back and chill. Period.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if you think they're yours or not. Look, there's something that's been happening or going on, or I've been doing this with them for this long, but way before you were even thought of to come in the picture. And then you come in the picture like, oh yeah, well, I got their last name now, so I can do whatever I want. I can say this. No. It don't work that way. You gotta pause and understand exactly where you fall. And that, again, that's not to say that you secondary or any of that. But if those bio parents have an agreement and know that's what's going on, just grab your beer and shut the fuck up.
Group therapy said, why can't you be a bonus person that loves them? Why do you have to be their mother too? I think she must have meant that for, she must be talking about cuz. Yeah, okay. That's them going back and forth. Don't worry. Anywho, anybody else want to tap in? And give your 2 minutes. Talk about being a step parent, overstepping.
Step parent, any crazy step parent stories?
Yeah, we'll love to hear them. Sip with T said, play your part, period. Sometimes the bonus parents cause drama. That's true too.
True too. And that sometimes is the case as well. Both parents just be, like I say, and that's when that's when the drama is, when the step parents are just overstepping their boundaries. That's when the drama is caused.
Right.
Like, relax, like chill, step back just a little bit, and just let everything, play its course. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I totally agree.
It's gonna be cool.
Yeah. Hey man, but now that I think about it, one of my homeboys just told me the other day. He said that he went and took his stepkid and dropped him off at his girl's mom's crib, right? And when he went to go try to give the mom some money for the boy, she shot it down. Now the mom got somebody that's living there, got a dude.
Okay, got her little thing going on. Okay.
So, but now, mind you, my man's been going over to this house a lot, kicking it with them. The parents or the grandparents have seen him in action around the kids and everything. There wasn't no problem.
Mm-hmm.
deal, he tried to give that money to her. So I was like, when he told me this story, I'm like, yo, is that dude? It sounds like that dude got a problem with you. It ain't nothing with the mom. The mom just don't want to hear that bullshit from her dude, whatever the issue is, which means he probably suck as a parent for all we know.
Right.
And he don't. And what I gathered was, and this is what he told me. I told him, I said, it sounds like he don't like the fact that you probably showing him up as not only a parent, but as a. But that's not no reason for you to. That's not no reason for the mom or the grandmother, I should say, to shoot down you trying to look out for him. What is the point? Like he was talking to me like he was ready to give up. Like, should I just throw in the towel and say fuck this kid? Like, no, you can't do that. You been there this long.
Especially if he at a certain age, like if he like 10, 11, like, nah, you can't do that.
Yeah, so I talked to him and I told him like, nah, man, you still got to be there, do your part. Don't worry about what nobody else got to say because people gonna talk regardless. It ain't your fault that somebody else feels intimidated by you or by what you do for a kid. So don't stop doing your part. Just don't let nobody get in your way with what you doing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man.
Yeah, I agree with that, cuz that's good advice.
Yeah, because I mean, I get it. It get rough, bro. Like I've had my times where I was ready to throw in the towel. Like I had a moment where I felt like I couldn't say nothing. So I'm like, you know what, forget it, bro. Like I can't say nothing, I can't do nothing, you know, then what am I here for? So I had my moment too. But I had to talk myself off the ledge and talk to my mans like I always do. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I called you that day, now that I think about it.
Yeah, you did. I remember.
I was hot. Yeah, so you've heard me in action with the shit. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? And you've had your trials and tribulations too with being a step parent. But again, it's all about overcoming and realizing what you're there for. Don't overstep, but you know what I'm saying? Just be stay in your lane, but do what you can. That's the best way to put it. But I can't even think of another time where I've overstepped. I can't even think of a time where Shahina really overstepped, to be honest. Everything she did, it was some reasoning behind it. You know?
Because it's something where you would have might have done the same thing or, you know, maybe a little differently, but you would have did something, some sort of action. If something would have happened, there would have been some sort of result behind what you would have done.
Right.
That's how you parent. And again, you are y'all may have the same or similar parenting styles, and when you have the similar parenting styles, it's kind of like ain't nothing to argue about too much.
Yeah, ain't nothing to overstep.
All right, we got somebody want to come on, my man Yusuf.
Okay, cool.
My man G.
What's up, my dog?
You, what up, though?
What up, though? All right, let me turn my goddamn ringer off. Hello, players. How y'all doing, man?
We good.
I was a little raggedy. Man. I forgot the time, man. I'm thinking it's 9 and shit, and it's 8. But yeah, this is a good topic, man. I've had situations, man. I'm gonna just give a couple quick examples of some things. My mom, my pops, they was married through all of me and my siblings' childhood, right? Like the main rearing years, right?
Mm-hmm.
My mom got with this cat. This cat ain't had no kids. He 40, 50, son ain't got no kids, right? Make me wonder about a nigga like that just off GP. Why God ain't gave your punk ass no kids yet, bro?
Right.
Or why ain't no female salt worthy of you to keep no kids from your punk ass, right? But anyway, so it was a situation when I was in the Army in Texas. He put his hands on my little brother. He didn't hit him, beat him, or no shit like that. But it was just he tried to discipline him, or like in a way, like. And I had to tell this dude. I said, "Hey, bro, my brother's 16. He was 16, 17, 15 at the time. I say, bro, we've been raised, nigga. Ain't nothing you can do. Whatever the fuck him and my mama got going on, nigga, that's the relationship my mama built with her son." Don't ever in your life think that you about to check off into any of us. Fast forward, I lived with my mama. Right after I got out the army, I moved in with my mama, getting my shit back together, right?
Mm-hmm.
He tries to check me. And you know, my mama, she looking like she know me, you know what I'm saying? I say, look, bro, get the fuck out of here, man. Go have some kids and be a daddy. Fast forward a couple years later, he said something to my brother again, and the motherfucker left looking like Mr. Magoo or some motherfucking cartoon character after they got their ass whooped, bro.
Like Mark,
You know what I'm saying?
Tommy Hearn shit. Yeah.
And the worst thing was the motherfucker came on the block that like I grew up on. Like we've been over this bitch 30 years. You know what I'm saying? You violated all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Now I've been in a situation when me and my oldest son's mom was together. She had other children. I had other children. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I remember one time, you know, explicitly, both of them was doing something. My son and his brother. I whooped my son ass, one because he the oldest, two because the other one ain't my kid, right? And I told him, you don't ever put your brother on no dumb shit. But it was another time I caught that same little brother playing with his fingers in the fan. And just out of instinct, I tapped them hands up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you playing with a fan, bro, you can get your shit chopped off. This old school fan, nigga, this metal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You playing with a fucking fan, bro. And you know, I called his mama, you know, and right after I did, I say, hey, man, I had to just spank this little nigga. And I'm just thinking she about to go the fuck off on me, right? Because she one of them, nigga, don't play. I don't play about my kids, right? She one of them. And you know what she say? She say, what'd he do? I told her. She say, oh, he'll be all right. I say, you good? She say, yeah, I'm good. He don't need to be playing on no motherfucking fan. And he's even like, you know, that's my little dog. But it comes a point when, you know, if you're a grown ass person, you got discernment of what you should be into and what you should be doing and what you shouldn't. I put a comment that said, a lot of times when you have those real problems like that, that's because a motherfucker got control issues.
Mm-hmm.
When they really don't know their place, a motherfucker, and if you look at your rest of your life, you'll see that motherfucker probably trying to control the rest of your life too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
That's a control issue, you know, by just, you know, anybody not knowing their place as far as a kid, especially a person that got kids. And if you ain't got kids, you really ain't got a dog in the fight, because it's like, you know some things, but it's like, motherfucker, this is real world experience when it comes to raising kids, bro.
You ain't got nothing to say.
Absolutely. Definitely appreciate you coming
My
up.
man G, man, appreciate you, homie.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, man. Love y'all, bro.
Love you too, my dog.
Once again, great topic, man. I'm out of here.
Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Well, appreciate y'all tapping in, man.
Man, we definitely appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Everybody came in to show love. All y'all in the comments, man. We appreciate y'all.
And we need more newcomers, man. So Tiffany, we appreciate you coming.
Yeah, Tiffany, yeah. Please tap in on the regular, like.
Yeah. Like we just welcome other people to the podcast, because we want new people to come on and give their spew about whatever the issue may be, or whatever the topic is, I should say. So we appreciate y'all. And also we want to close this out, you know, because we really didn't have too many stories about people overstepping, but we could talk about what we've seen and what we heard, and you know what we may have experienced or whatever. But for those of you that are moving forward with anybody else that has kids and all of that, and y'all blending y'all family together, before y'all do any of that stuff, please, like I said in the beginning, have that talk, see what the do's and don'ts are, you know, so y'all won't have to bump heads as much. I've had my moments where I bump heads with my wife when it come down to parenting and what's good and what's not, or whatever, you know, because she didn't understand, because she was raised a different way than I was. So upbringing plays a major part in what type of parent you're gonna be sometimes.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind, y'all.
And you know what? Another thing you can do, because I've done this, I've asked questions. Because even though I've been around the children, as long as I've been around them on a day-to-day, that's when you really, like, when you move in and everybody blending, that's when you really get to know a child or another person, period, right? When you live. So living them on a day-to-day and seeing how things are going, you got to ask questions. If it's something that, you know, you see something or, you know, out of instinct, of course, you take action. But if it's not the right action you may feel, or, you know, your significant other coming to you, like, you know, you ain't have to say that or you ain't have to do it like that. Ask questions. Say, hey, look, what would be the best way to approach this situation with your son or your daughter? And
Right.
what would be, you know, how do you handle it, or just watch how they treat their kids. Just watch how they interact with them, and try to build that same bond, but within your own means. You know what I'm saying? Build your same, you know, different relationship, of course, but you same method on how you handle and deal with them, because every kid is different.
Absolutely.
Every kid is different.
Well, we definitely appreciate y'all, man. Definitely appreciate y'all coming on. And we definitely gonna catch y'all next week. Next Tuesday, y'all already know what time it is.
Next week gonna be spicy.
Oh yeah. So we'll see y'all next time. Indeed.
Indeed. Low that.